I'll let you. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the SPS show from Superfly 64. That is Select Press Start. This is our gaming show, but we're going to be doing a lot of other different things besides gaming. We're going to be doing movies. We're going to be doing board games. We're going to be doing a lot of different stuff. This is the first episode. You may have caught the pilot episode with David, but if you didn't, I'm going to have that up, hopefully in about a week or so. But if not, then just check this one and every other one that we do. That'll be cool. My name is Jay, of course, official CEO of Superfly 64, and I'm here with Bryant tonight. Bryant, how are you tonight, sir?
Hey, I'm really good.
Awesome.
Chilling all day. So
It's good to have you. Good to have you here. Good to have you a part of what we're doing and getting into it because if this is your first episode, we don't like to make them too long. There are a lot of videos out there that are like hours long, and we could talk about games for hours, but we're not going to do that. We're going to make it about 15 to 20 minutes. So getting into it, I wanted us both to have our own game that we're currently playing right now. What are you playing right now, Bryant?
Right now, what game am I playing? I'm playing a lot of games. The game I wanted to talk about, I gotta remember.
It was like Rainbow Six something.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that game. You could go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say what is that one about? Because I remember, like, I've never been a big Rainbow Six fan, but my brother was, and I don't know very much about it, but I remember watching him play, and I remember thinking, oh my God, this is so difficult. Why would anyone want to play this game that you can never beat? So I don't know. Has it changed? Is it a little bit more simplistic or easier to get through?
You see, I'm usually a Battlefield or Call of Duty player. So this like 2-hit kills kind of got me messed up, but I'm pretty good on it now. It's different than most FPS.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, it looked a lot different, even looking from the pictures and things like that. But still, I was just like, that 2-hit thing. It gets me every single time. See, I don't even come from the world of Call of Duty or Battlefield. I come from the world of Halo, where you have a shield and you have to destroy that shield before you can get to me. And I love that way of playing video games. I don't know why they would go with anything different. So yeah, no, I don't want to play a real war game. I want to play one where there's aliens and I can shoot needles that just go around corners and find you and different things like that. So that's usually my take on it. So in terms of storyline, does it look like it's still got that? Because it looked like it always had a pretty great storyline to it.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. It's still in the beta testing mode.
Oh, okay.
So it's just online right now.
Okay.
But the beta is pretty good. After they got rid of the bugs and stuff, it's working good now.
Awesome.
Really good. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so yeah, no, that's a great game. Everyone, please go check that out. One that I'm playing right now is going to be the game Smite. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, and I talked a little bit about it on the pilot episode with David. Have you ever heard of Smite before?
I heard of it. I never played it. Is it on the PC?
It should be everywhere at this point. I mean, it should be PC. It should be. I know it just recently got to what is it, Xbox One, which is what I have right now. Yeah. And so, but the coolest thing that they did for it was they actually made it free. If you have the Xbox One, what is it, gold membership, then they give you free games, once a month or whatever. That was one of the free games. And so the only reason I downloaded it is because my nephews downloaded it. And so they downloaded it and they were just like, and I was staying at their house like over the summer and they were just like every single day. I was just like, what has captivated you so much that you ignore your uncle and you go play this game all the time? And so then I started checking it out and I was just like, oh my God, this is actually pretty brilliant. And then I played. Yeah, it's really addictive, and like I played it for the first time. I downloaded it and I played it for the first time, and I sucked at it. And I was like, I don't want to play this game that I suck at. And so then just recently I picked it back up, and I'm just like, okay, I get it now. I get why you guys love this so much. But I mean, I guess the biggest thing about Smite is the fact that it's like, I feel like it's like League of Legends, but with gods. Like, I mean, you get to be like, they updated every month with new characters and things like that, but they have over 75, gotta be over 100 by now, gods that you can play by. I'm talking, yeah, Egyptian gods, Norse gods, what is it? The Greek gods, even gods that you've never heard of that are in folklore and myths. Like there's this dude, he actually ended up becoming one of my favorite characters. He's like the god of bees, and like
bees that sting you.
Yeah. And so like he's like the god of bees, and I'm just like, that sounds pretty stupid. And then I started playing his character, and like he can like develop like a swarm of bees and send them at you. And then,
I would ask that, like, do they all sting?
Yeah, like he can control them, and then but he has like, every single person does different things. You have certain characters that will have more projectile weaponry, and you have certain characters that are more hand-to-hand combat, and then you have more characters like the dude, like the bee guy. His is more I want to say poison based, where you know what he'll do is you can use his power to set up beehives in the stage, and so if your enemies pass by it, it doesn't do anything. But if you happen to be near them and you click your specialty button, it will it'll actually swarm that area. So if an enemy if you're near them and you see someone going into that area, and you send your swarm out or whatever, if they'll swarm that area. And then one of his other weapons is the fact that he actually sends out he coats the ground with honey. And so like bees like start swarming that area, and so people will go to it. It's the whole thing, dude. He can like poison you, and like the bees follow you. Like he has his own development of things. But like, just like Xbox Gold, what it'll do is like it'll send you new characters like every day that you can freely play for like a week, and then you got to pay for them, kind of a thing. So the newest character I have right now is Poseidon, who is just like a beast. And like the dude, like his but they're so funny.
Like, do he have powers like, what's his name, I forgot his name, the superhero.
Oh my gosh. Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman. Yeah. They have powers like Aquaman and Injustice, where they have like sharks attacking.
It's so funny. It's so funny because one of his attacks is to create a whirlpool, and in the whirlpool is a bunch of like sharks running around. And so like creates a whirlpool in the middle of the ground, and then like enemies get trapped in it or whatever, and it takes down their power for a little bit. But one of his greatest moves, like everyone has a special move, like you just don't want to. Even like the bee guy, his special move is he hits you with this bee sting type thing, but as you're like, it hits you once, the dude runs away, but as you run away, like your power is like decreasing. And so like with Poseidon, Poseidon has this like general, like it's like half of the stage, it's like a huge general area. You like, it's like this circular target, and you can put it anywhere in the area, and then you put it down, and then when it does, a giant like octopus comes up out of the ground and just starts swarming, like spinning his tentacles around everything. But like the game is
get that game.
Dude, it's so good. And like the funny thing about it is the fact that they're really, really funny with this game. They do a lot of funny things, like you can get the gods to, like, you can buy different costumes for it. That's a huge thing, to buy different costumes for your god, and like you can make them do different dances that you can pay for, and different things like that, like popular dances or whatever. And like Poseidon's thing is, when he does that move, he goes, "Release the Kraken," and then like the giant octopus thing comes up and starts. Oh my god, dude, like I'm addicted at this point.
I have one question about that game.
Okay.
You said you could get different outfits. Is there anyone who have an outfit where they dude is half dressed? Because every game, my guy have to be half dressed. I don't know why.
I don't know, like, but you would imagine that they would be though. Like every like if you ever played a game or saw a movie with gods, they're always half dressed, and so like you would expect that to always be a thing. So yeah, some of their outfits are completely half dressed. Like I mean, especially when you get to like what is it, like Aphrodite and like all these other like woman type guards, Artemis and different things like that. Of course, they're half dressed, but you can get like their half dressed god outfit, or you can get their warrior outfit and things like that. And so like they do make it fun. They do have a lot of great updates, and Smite is becoming, I feel like, one of those things just like League of Legends where they do big tournaments and different things like that, and they have different even in the game they have different areas of things to do. Like you don't do the same thing. It's not just you. They have what's known as the arena, where you 5 against 5 people against 5, you know, 5 gods against 5 other gods. And then they have things like the oh my god, I forget what it's called. It happens in the arena too, where it's not just you fighting another god. It's you basically, you have to go around and you have to fight other gods to get to their territory. And then
I know what game you're talking about now.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of YouTubers play that game.
Yep. And so like you have to get to their tower, and you have to destroy their tower, and then you have to destroy their Phoenix, and then you have to destroy their Titan. And so the thing about it is like you have to wait for you have enemy troops that keep coming out of your base. And so what you do is you wait for them to get to the tower and the Phoenix and the Titan, and then you go in on the side and start attacking it yourself, because if you go in by yourself, the Phoenix will just like, it just sends like a giant beam out and like destroys the god. Like it's like has god security these days.
Like is any of the guys overpowered, or is all of them about the same thing?
Well, that's the thing about it, is that you would think so. The thing about it is the fact that they all do completely different stuff. So it all depends on how good you are with using that god. Like there are gods that are like Zeus and like Poseidon that have these massive attacks, and you would think to yourself, they are the most powerful thing. But if you know how to use the bee guy really well, and you can use him for poison and setting up different things, if that's the type of character that you're good at playing at, you could lay waste to Zeus and all the other ones. It just depends on how far you want to get into it. Are you the type of person that wants to sneak around, or like Artemis deals with arrows, so all of her stuff is projectiles.
Yeah, so that's who I would probably use then.
Yep. Somebody that like can stand on the side and shoot. But the thing about it is the fact that you have characters that are like Poseidon and what is his name? His name is Gangju, because it's the Chinese gods as well, and different things. There's this dude named Gangju, and so like there are some enemies like Poseidon where it's just like he hovers over the ground and like he only goes one speed at all time. But then you have people like Gangju where he calls upon this steed, and like you can be Artemis and like shoot arrows or whatever, but if he feels that you're shooting him and he sees you across the stage, he'll call upon this horse, and in 2 seconds he's on you. Like
really?
It's just like like it's just. It's insane. Like every single one of them does something different. So even though they may be lacking in weaponry here, they make up for it for his speed over here, or for his special attack or whatever. And so that's the greatest thing I feel about it, because I was the same way. I was like, well, he feels like he's a little bit overpowered than the other people, but then you start learning how to use those other people, and you're just like, oh wow, that's actually.
So it's like everyone even. It's just you gotta know how to use them.
You have to know how to use them. That's the big thing. And so I'm a little addicted.
Yeah, like in Rainbow Six, everybody is different. Like there's one person who have a sledgehammer, and you could like break down the walls with that sledgehammer.
Nice.
But like if you don't know how to use him, he will die quick.
Yeah.
So while he's breaking down that wall, someone else will be shooting you through the other side.
Oh.
So I usually have like someone who set up like the breaching stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually just breach, go on the other side, and climb in through the window.
Nice.
Get them scared.
See, like, and that's what I also wanted to promote as well. Do you like game and like put your stuff up online at all?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel that I'm about to get restarted.
Okay.
It's Twisted Gamer 44.
Okay. Awesome.
And I have a Twitch channel too.
Nice. So everyone, please go check out Twisted Gamer 44 for all of his gaming, especially. He most likely will be playing Rainbow Six. What is it called? What is the new one called again?
Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah.
Siege. Okay, gotcha.
And my Twitch is YPG Warlord 44, I believe. No, or just YPG Warlord. You'll find it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, YPG Warlord, everyone. It's so funny that there's so many.
In the comments.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's so many gamers out there right now, so that you have to really get creative with your names at this point. Like I had to do with Super 564. Everywhere you go, it's like completely different. Even with we had to start calling the show Select Press Start.
Really?
Because there's a gaming franchise store in Virginia called Press Start.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they sell all old and used games and different things like that. But their stuff is a lot more retro. They're the people you want to go to if you want some of the original cartridge games for Game Boy, Color and different things like that. Like you go to them for a lot of the retro stuff. And I went to Super Smash Con this year, the Super Smash Brothers convention.
Did they what did they have tournaments in it?
Yeah, well, they had at Super Smash Con, or are you talking about Press Start?
Super Smash Con.
Oh my God, yes. And the thing about it is the whole thing is like a giant, big old tournament. It was a 3 to 4 day event, and every single day there was a different tournament that started at the beginning and leveled its way up. Like half of the building was people, you have the booth people that try to promote and sell their stuff, and then the other half of the building was dedicated to nothing but just like a massive amount of people sitting down in this tournament trying to level their way to the top. It was awesome because when it got to the end of the night, they put them like they have this huge stage or whatever, and we have been like seeing different things, like they did a video game orchestra symphony type thing of old video games, which was really, really cool. But when it got near the end of it, they actually set up the stage and set up these giant screens and had the final 2 people battle it out. And I tell you, I've never seen Smash Brothers get so hyped in a building before, and like
people are crazy about Super Smash Brothers.
And I didn't realize. I was new to I remember playing the game and I remember loving it, but it never occurred to me that it had blown up this much to the point where people they don't even waste time in whether or not you have the right controller they need. People will bring their own attachments, own controllers, own consoles so that they can play the best way they know how to get the best points or whatever. And so I tell you, I've never seen the final 2 people in the matches that they kept choosing over and over again, the professionals were choosing, was Meta Knight and Pikachu. Like those,
I love Pikachu.
Pikachu is insane, and that's the thing, is the fact that it's one of those things where you see them play on the screen and you think to yourself, I will never be able to get Pikachu the things that I'm seeing on the screen. My fingers will never make him do that. They did things Pikachu will fall off the stage, and then how he zips all back onto the stage. They made him zip all the way underneath the stage and over the it was insane. I was like, there's no way. They would Meta Knight would be in the sky or whatever, and then Pikachu would kick him off of the screen, and as he's trying to fly back, Pikachu will jump out into the screen and get directly underneath him. They're off of the stage. He will get directly underneath him and use his lightning bolt move to come down on him. Dude, it was crazy.
Oh, man. I need to come to one of them, really.
Next year, you got to come with us. It was.
Yeah, I will.
Dude, it was so cool. And you're just and it's one of those things, just I was like, oh, I'm going to play. I'm going to buy my own and play. And you're just there's really no point. When you see the characters move that way, you're just that's never going to happen when I play the game, ever. And even freaking Bowser, they use one dude, it was at the moment where the dude, I guess he knew that he was going to lose. Like, he had lost so many rounds in the final match where he was just like, I know I'm going to lose, to the point where he approached the crowd. He was just like, okay, who do you want me to be? Like, I'll just be anybody or whatever. And so people started shouting out characters, and he chose Bowser. And like, for like a good like half of the match, 75% of the match, he was laying waste to the dude as Bowser. And you're just like, you're seeing Bowser like do things where like he has all these bulky moves or whatever, and he's huge, but like he's using that against him. So like Meta Knight would try to attack or whatever, and Bowser just grab him and just throw him half. When did he have that move? Like, where did that?
He should have probably picked Bowser in the beginning.
Yeah, I know, right? He might have won if he had a... Yeah, but I think, it was Meta Knight, Pikachu, and Samus. Those were the three that the final four people, they would just continuously choose those. I guess for them, that was like their go-tos for like the best characters. But it was insane, dude. Like, you would see people were losing their mind. They were getting up and leaving simply because they couldn't take watching it anymore. Like, it was just so, they were just like, I can't do it anymore. Like, get up and leave. Like, it's just like, it was the most intense battle I've seen, people play with Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I love Smash Brothers.
Dude, like, I never knew it was a thing until recently.
I didn't until I start seeing like competitive people play.
Like, like,
it's crazy.
And that's what my friends kept telling me. They're just like, Javis, I was just like, I've seen people play. They're like, no, you haven't. You have not seen people play Super Smash Brothers. And they're like, it's going to be insane. And I was blown away. And it sucked because I actually worked that weekend, so I could only go the first day. But they had, I think that was like the lowest level of the tournament, and then the next day it was like the next, and then so the real heavyweight champions didn't play until Sunday night, but I was working all day Saturday and Sunday, so I couldn't even go, so that sucked. But
I know that feeling.
And you said you live in Waynesboro, right?
Williamsburg.
Okay, so that's about 4 hours from like the Northern Virginia, like the Woodbridge, and
that's
so Yeah, like because I work at Books A Million, so like
my mom used to work there.
Oh, nice. And so I work at Books A Million, and so when we have a store out there, and I know that that we did a project in Maryland at one point, and so a couple of the people from that store came over, and I was just like, Dad, you guys drove like 4-something hours to get here.
You know Bob?
Bob?
Yeah, he works at the Books A Million out here.
Are you serious? Oh, no. No, I don't know him because I just recently, like, they were in our district for a really long time, but just recently, Williamsburg got, they are not in our district anymore. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So that is, but before we depart the show, I do want to ask, what's your go-to console? Like, do you do PC gaming, or do you do?
I mostly play my PS4.
Okay.
I'll play like DayZ and H1Z1 on my PC.
Okay. Gotcha. And so do you have Steam on your PC as well?
Yeah, I have Steam.
Okay, yeah, so you're going to have to explain this to me because I've been wanting to get Steam so much, but I have a Mac, and I don't think this is going to work very well with the Steam capabilities. I mean, it'll let me know if I can play certain games, but at this point, I just would rather get a desktop PC. And
that's probably the best thing to do.
That's
because I need a brand new PC for mine.
Yeah, I feel like you need to like go ahead and get a like new one if you're gonna go the Steam route. But like we even at Super Smash Con, we met some people there and we talked to them about they were developing their own games for Steam, and like we were actually pretty blown away. There was this one where a dude was telling us that we actually got to actually sit there and play it, and it was like the simplest, most stupidest game, but we had so much fun. And we went to the booth and he was just like, okay, I'm gonna set you guys up right now, we're gonna play, and we're just like, what the heck are we playing? And so then it comes up and it's rock paper scissors. So we're just like, are you seriously like this is what the game is? But the coolest thing about it is you play with two other friends, and each of you is either rock paper or scissors, and you take on that icon in the game, and like you chase each other. But,
are you serious?
But the thing about it is, of course, Rock has to chase Scissors, but he has to run from Paper, and it's like every character like that. And so you're just like, oh my god! Like by the end of it, we're just all really into it, and like we're trying to catch each other, and it was actually really fun. And this dude, like they developed it, and we're just like, you guys, this is actually really, really fun.
Yeah, like games like that would probably be a low running game. So it might be able to run good.
Yeah, like on a Mac or whatever. Yeah, the games like that I'll be able to do no problem. But when it comes to like the heavier stuff, like I'm gonna have to like really get a desktop computer. And I think I want to buy a desktop anyway, just for Steam, and just like I'm like I need a computer just for gaming. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's what I want too.
Yeah, like what is it? An Alienware? Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic.
Do you hear about the alpha?
No.
There's some. I think it's called alpha. I'm gonna have to double check, but I think it's like it's basically a console, but it's Steam.
Okay.
All it have the Steam, everything for Steam on it.
Oh wow.
And I think it comes with a controller and everything.
Nice.
And it costs as much as a regular console.
Nice.
You could play Steam games on it.
That is actually really, really cool. And I like what Steam is doing with that. And we'll have to talk more about that, because I know that for the most part, there's always a rumor circulating that Apple, because I'm a fan of Apple, even though, their power runs out after, 15 minutes. Like, I don't know why I stick with these people, but I do. And so I'm a fan of Apple. There's always the rumors are always swirling that Apple's going to come out with their console. Yeah, it better have a better battery than their iPhone, for goodness sake. Good God. Yeah. But yeah, no, we have to talk about that on the next show. But I do want to go ahead and bring this one to a close. Bryant, thank you so much for being a part of tonight's episode.
For having me. I'm here anytime you need me.
Awesome. Everyone else, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the second SPS show, Super 564 Press Start show. And we're going to have a lot more coming your way. Definitely follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Super 564. And my name is Jay, here with Bryant. We're going to get some more people, and if you would like to be on the show, please contact us. Let us know. Go find Bryant at Twisted Gamer 44 on YouTube. And what is it? Warlord.
My Twitch is YPG Warlord. And I love you guys. Always.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bryant. You guys have a great night, and keep fiction alive. We will talk very soon.